demand multiply with ordering cost by holding cost. And relatively also we have solved one problem on this UOQ. Now in this class I would like to continue and talk on the ABC, FSN and other important word analysis concepts we have. Now in this class we'll talk first on that what is this ABC analysis. Why should we talk this ABC analysis is an important concept under the head of the inventory management. What is the vital role was performed by this ABC? If you refer many textbooks, they will be saying like always better control. But when you see that in the concept of inventory management, they will be talking on the they are splitting the material into the three important parts, which is going to be called category A, B, and C. So, what is the importance of the each and every category? Every category is having an unique features, which is depending on that the quality of the material. As I told you, A, B, C. I hope you can able to find out in the present PPT also. A is going to be indicating like high value of inventory items, B is moderate value, C is lower value. So we are talking on that to divide the inventories completely, which is based on that what kind of material we are having. High quality materials means we are grouping under A. Moderate quality means B. Lower quality means C. So what is the quality of material? What is the company policy? The company policy is they are ready to manufacturing only by qualitative products and then they will be using the A category of the material. Certain companies are not exactly by qualitative one. They will be looking into the moderate quality because quality items mostly which is going to involving high prices. So that is not affordable to the who is earning a nominal incomes or a middle class family cannot able to afford. So for the sake of them, the companies will be producing medium quality of the products with the help of moderate value of the inventory items. And the last one is which is going to be called as lower rate category C. So this is going to be completely focusing on that the daily labor or whoever required cheaper quality of products or products. According to them, the companies also will be established and they will be using cheaper quality of material and relatively start to produce and people also will be using. But people usage rate is secondary for us because we are talking in the concept of within the four walls of the factory under inventory. So here what we are doing is cost, quality of material. Only we are considering like a important concept to us. The management, the company owners, they will have certain policies, procedures, and they will have certain ambitions before they are establishing of the company. They were thinking, so what kind of products I need to be produce? What is my goal of the company? And relatively, they will be following it. And one more thing also, the high quality of materials, which is going to be completely manufactured, sorry, this completely involvement of buying by top level management. So top level management, they will be show much more interest on to buy high quality of materials because we'll see in the next slide so that you will be able to understand it. So under this slide, you can able to see the managements. They will be spending 10 percentage of materials, and the 10 percentage value is more than on that 66 percentage. Certain companies are buying 20 percentage of materials and the value is more or less 23. See, we are buying 70 percentage of material. When it comes to the value is 10 percentage. So in the A, which is going to be indicating you are buying lesser quantity of the inventory, but the value is going to be very very high. And these products also purchasing by very few people only, not for the everyone. You just find out a common example which is going to be defining on gold. Now, as we know that gold is nowadays buying by everyone, but how many of you buying diamonds? How many of you buying platinum? So the platinum is category A. Very very few people are only they are going to buy. Or the diamonds also they are buying very few people. When it comes to the comparison of the gold, gold is moderately available everywhere. Whoever is having 5,000 rupees, they can able to buy 1 gram worth of gold. So the quality is an important matter when you are talking about the ABC analysis. So previous slides we can continue. So in the entire study, the company once it was established, what is your ambition, and ambition basis we are going to buy the materials. If you have strongest ambition, of course, I'm going to spend huge amount like 66 percentage on 10 percentage of quality worth of inventory. Even people are buying very few also. It is not a matter to me. This should be this should be used by concerned people, and it will be showing that definitely a positive impact. It is going to be required by the certain people only, very minute targeted people. Relatively only I am producing, but even though that should be very comfortable for them. I hope you know about Jaipur food, Jaipur hand, and they are very very famous from 1970s onwards. If any accident or some other incident, if you lost your organs like hand, foot, or anything, any part in your body, and they will be replacing it. And these products are to be very specialized according to your wish. And relatively, they are going to made and which is going to be highly comfortable for the people. Now, here also, we are talking on that the lesser quantity only we are producing, and we are targeting very certain people only, but even though their satisfaction level will be very very high according to their requirement only we are producing. Even we are seeing many incidents. Most of the companies also, they will be saying policy is one term, but when it comes to the practical implementation they will follow something else. In simple, we can say like this ABC analysis. A is high quality material, high prices, top level management will be handling it, all this kind of A category of materials. B is going to be indicating like moderate quality of material, medium quality, and the departmental level HOD's level, and will be focusing about buying of these materials. Third one, criteria C, cheaper quality, lower price, which is available the material in the market, as well as the purchasing of the material will be completely handled by lower level people or lower level management and the organization. So these are the three important people or three layers where we can able to find out by the using of the stock quality aspects or anything else. Next, we are talking on the next important concept which is going to be deal on the wet analysis. So what is this wet analysis? Why it is going to be an important topic for us as a discussion? I hope in this PPT you can able to find out in the right side salt. Salt is available in the market for half kg 10 rupees. In price worth, which is going to be very low. Salt is available only for 10 rupees. But can you just imagine without salt, can we able to eat any curry? No. So this is not so important element for the discussion, but which is going to have by a special importance when you are making of the curry. At least we need a little bit of salt, even if you don't like to have. You can also find out another example here, a bullion cart. So beautifully they have been decorated, and bull also was there. Two wheels we have, but in the bullion cart there is a small rack one, which is going to be really important one. If it is not there, then ultimately wheel will be fell down and you will be met an accidents. So what I would like to tell you is certain important issues which is going to be depending on that minute aspects. Minute things you should not be ignored. You cannot able to say like this is not so important to me. Central government last year they were proudly announced we have taken certain measures so that we are almost recovered from the COVID. People are lethargic. There is no social distance. They removed their mask, and the second wave was started. And we are seeing every day lakhs of cases. And recent surveys also saying like per hour around 14,500 cases are regarding. If it is continuous, May third week, fourth week is going to be very serious issue. Now central government also they are just literally banging their head how to take the action. And the Prime Minister also said very clearly, I don't have any other option. If you are doing like this, I need to go for second time lockdown. So don't pull me in that situation. So certain aspects are we can able to control it by wearing the mask, by home quarantine, by having by the proper vaccination and sanitizer. But people are they are not maintaining. So certain things, small things only, we are not following, we are not taking so seriously, then ultimately which is going to show the negative impact. Now here also in the BED analysis, they are broadly classified that B stands for vital, E stands for essential, D stands for desirable. Now, being a company management, they will be also understanding vital. Vital means these are very important for us. Essential, these are required for us. Desirable, if we have these things also with us, which is going to be like a fulfillment. And even during the lockdown time also, we have found that the government was recognized ambulance service, police department, fresh vegetable sellers are permitted for do your business because these are the vital thing, essential for the each and every human being for sustaining their life. Otherwise, which is going to be like a very difficult for the sustainable. So we must be know that which is going to be vital one, which is going to be compulsorily required for us. And those things we need to be completely accepted. Second category, essentials. So these are also to be required. If you are having the essentials with you, and then your daily life will be fulfilled. By having these essentials, you will be complete your living activities. Otherwise, your fulfillment is not more than 60 percentage. Without vital is 100% you cannot able to fulfill. Essentials 60% you can be sustained. Desirable. So desirable means that is going to be up to your wish. If you want, you can use it. If you don't want, just ignore it. Which is not so important. That is going to be given as least important for the regular life. Now, even though you just understand the scenario of unlock. So, in the unlock situation, last stage they have been unlocked to the educational sector. Why? Because educational sector is not so important for them to unlock it by immediately, because we have an option of the online classes, online examination. But other aspects are not like that. You need a human interaction, you need to do it. Without these people, without these activities, your daily life will not be completed. The municipality workers, they are not coming to your street to clean your streets. Then what will happen? So much of scrap dump, which is going to again reborn to the new viruses. So these people are exempted for to do their regular working activities. That is going to be vital or an essential. So here also, even inventory when you are maintaining at the organization, you must be know that whether this inventory is a vital inventory or essential inventory or desirable inventory. So what kind of inventory we are having and how we need to be dispatch it. What is the impact on that? That also we need to be studying. Then next one, which is going to be deal and talk on the SDE analysis. So what is this SD analysis? In the name which they mentioned very clearly. S means scarce. D means difficult items. E means easily available. So this SDE analysis, which is going to be purely talking on the availability of the materials. If the material is very scarcely available, not that much frequently, you need to be do so much of work hard, and so that only you will be getting these kind of inventories or by the materials. So once you are getting these kind of material, it is a responsibility of the inventory manager to provide utmost biggest safety for these inventories, so that only your inventory management what to say, the inventory management guidelines and regulations you are following by the strictly, because if in case loss of these materials, it is very difficult to catch hold on that something more. So the scary resources wherever it is available, usually the top level management will be involving and buying of the those things. Second one, difficult. And these materials also we are hugely available everywhere, and we are also maintaining in our stores. So hugely available so that you cannot misuse of these kind of materials. For getting these materials also, we are putting so much of efforts. And the last one is easily available. Now, easily available means these materials are available everywhere, and anytime we can able to use it of these kind of stocks. Now, I can able to give you like a test stitch, which is going to be covering by three important aspects: oxygen shortage. Every time we are seeing the government also they are running a special trains in the name of oxygen trains from Rourkela to Delhi, special train, and our central government also thinking that we need to establish on rapidly establishment of oxygen plants because of the shortage of the oxygen. Example, you can see like a water. Now water is available everywhere. In my childhood days, I can able to go any house, I can able to drink the water. But nowadays, in your generation, if you go and ask anywhere the drinking water, people will looking at you strangely. Go to shop, buy the water bottle. This is what reply you can able to get it from there. And otherwise, mostly you will be feel shy. So earlier, the water was available everywhere, and people also they have been provided for us, everyone. When it comes to the current situation, which is going to be like a scary resources, and in future we can able to find out that this is much more scary one. So all the resources are to be very very important while you are dispatching the materials to the from the person who is manufacturing to the ultimate. So being an inventory manager, we must be know that what kind of material we are having and what is the importance of the material and how we need to distribute the material. Do we have to follow any kind of pattern for the distribution of the material? And this pattern is same for scarce resources and difficult resources and easy resources. Or do we have any kind of pattern? We must be know, or we have to get a clear cut directions from the production operation manager, and then relatively we need to be dispatched. Some ex worker was asking about difficult resources, or some by worker may ask you easy available resources. But you must be know that what is the designation of the employee and which department they are working. Are they eligible to get the materials from our department? You need to be verified with the inventory manager and then we need to be dispatched. So SDE is one of the important analysis where we can able to find out we need to be studied and relatively we have to be followed. And in this slide also you can able to find out the scarcity resources which is going to be very popular and which is going to be having the demand in international market. When it comes to the last one, easy available resources. Whereas these products are available in everywhere, especially in the local markets also, they themselves will be doing it. Next, we are going to talking on the FSN analysis. In the name itself, they have mentioned very clearly. F means fast moving, S means slow moving, N means non moving. So, in the FSN analysis, here the companies will be buying the inventories completely, which is based on the demand of the products in the market. Which products are having highest rate of demand? Relatively, those products only they will be manufactured. Which products are having moderate demand? Management will be less focusing on the manufacturing of these products. Non-moving, these products are produced, but demand is very very low, or you can say like demand is 1% only in the market. So what we will do if there is no demand in the market? Obviously, we are stopped to manufacturing because the products are not moving outside. Then why should we manufacturing unnecessarily? Because when compared to fast moving, non-moving, is unnecessarily holding our time, we are not getting any profits. Whereas instead of spending my inventory time on non-moving, I can able to spend on that fast moving. So that huge quantity of material I can able to procure. I can manufacture much more. I can get the demand from the market by easily. I can also start to earn by the super profits. So fast moving basis only, the manufacturers also will be producing their products. Second one is like a slow moving. So slow moving means when the demand comes, the company will be start to manufacturing it. If there is no demand, and they will be temporarily shut down by their plant. Or alternatively, they will be thinking of that what other product I can able to manufacture it. So usually they will be seeing 12 months whether we are having demand, or 6 months we are having demand, or 9 months we are having a demand. Relatively, they will be planned to manufacturing of the products. So this is another concept of the FSM analysis. Now I have a small videos which is going to be covering about by these three important kinds of analysis. We'll just have a look on that. The first video which is going to be deal and talk on that ABC, and next video which is going to be deal on that rest of three important inventory techniques.
Analysis in Inventory Management, presented by Sachin Rawat, MTech first year, VNIT Nagpur. What is ABC analysis? It is a technique of inventory control. Now, what is inventory? Material resources that will be used in project in course of time makes up the inventory. ABC analysis is based on Pareto law, which says that in any large group there are significant few and insignificant many. In this, materials are classified into three categories: Category A, Category B, and Category C. Materials in Category A are most important. Materials in Category B are moderately important, and materials in Category C are least important. Percentage of number of items in Category A is 10, in Category B is 20, and in Category C is 70. Whereas percentage of value of items in Category A is 70, in Category B is 20, and in Category C is 10. This can be graphically represented in a bar chart where ordinate represents percentage of average inventory values and abscissa represents percentage of number of inventory items. Now, some salient features of Category A, Category B, and Category C type materials. In Category A materials, accurate forecast of quantity is needed, whereas in Category B, approximate forecast of quantities is needed, and in Category C, no need of forecasting, even rough quantity estimate is sufficient. Category A materials require involvement of senior level for purchasing. Category B material requires involvement of middle level for purchasing, whereas Category C materials require junior level staff for purchasing. Strict degree of control is maintained in material A, moderate degree of control is maintained in material B, and relaxed degree of control is maintained in material C. Now, why do we need ABC analysis. Number 1. It ensures control over the costly items in which a large amount of capital is invested. Number 2. It ensures considerable reduction in the storage expenses. Number 3. Resource allocation. Resource allocation with ABC analysis is a continuous process requiring periodic tracking of Class A items. Since these items are of utmost value, the stock level must always align with the customer demand. Number 4 is economy. This method is economical since equal time and labor is not needed for all types of materials. Thank you guys for listening. Adios amigos.
Today we are going to discuss the topic of inventory control technique, which we have discussed in the part one. We discuss about the ABC analysis on that part, and in the second part we'll discuss about the remaining four techniques: FSN analysis, HML, VED, and golf analysis. So one by one we'll discuss the first FSN analysis. FSN, the full form, as you know, the fast moving, slow moving, and non moving. This particular technique, inventory control technique, is used on the basis of frequency of usage or turnover. On the basis of frequency of usage means which raw material or which spare parts or components you are using much. If the frequency is very high, then it is called fast moving. Frequency of usage is very high, then it is called fast moving. If the frequency of moving is less than fast moving, then it is slow moving. And the third one is non moving. Non moving means it is currently it is not used, it has obsolete. So it is we'll put that particular raw material or components in the non moving item. So what are the different things we need to take care, how we control inventory through this technique? So we have to keep much attention to the fast moving, because fast moving, if the shortages of raw material components in fast moving components or raw material, if there is a shortage, then it is difficult to control the plant. Your plant or your production can stop. So you have to review it regularly, you have to review frequently. Slow moving is also required for the production process, but yeah, it is less important than fast moving. You have to review that material also, but periodically you can review that particular material. And if it is non-moving, then directly you can report to your accounting manager for loss or for dispose. So you have to dispose that material because it has no use. It has no use, or the particular product is obsolete. So you have to dispose. You have to dispose that particular raw material or components. So this is the way we can control the inventory on the basis of frequency of usage. Then next one is HML analysis. It is basically high cost, medium cost, and low cost. HML analysis. The basis of HML is basically the cost per unit of item. Cost per unit. You have to identify the entire raw material and components as per their cost per unit. If the cost per unit is very high, then it will come under high cost category of high cost. If the cost is less than the high category, high cost, then it is medium cost, and below that all the material comes in low cost. Basically, this particular method is not efficiently used because this particular method using only cost per unit. As we discussed in the ABC analysis, that they also include cost per unit, but they usually do the entire cost of raw material throughout the year. Means cost per unit into number of unit use. So if you multiply cost per unit and number of units, then you will get the entire value of consumption. And consumption basis you are categorizing. If it cost almost 70 to 80%, as we discussed, then you put in A category. In the same way, B category and C category as discussed in the table. So that was the in ABC analysis, that was the average consumption. That is basically annual usage consumption. Annual में annually आप कितना use कर रहे हो. But in this case, HML analysis, we are only referring to the cost per unit. So this particular method is not much used in industries. But if the industry process is not so critical, then we can identify this, we can use this method also. So we'll move to the next. This is VED analysis. This is basically on the basis of criticality of production, criticality of raw material or components in the production function or production process. We have three category here also. V means vital, E means essential, and D is desirable. If the product come, or if the raw material or components comes under vital category, means it is because if this kind of raw material is not, then the production immediately stops, and there is no substitute for this particular components or spare parts. So you have to take care, because you sometimes there are some of the items which cannot be repaired. So you have to take care very I think the much attention is required. So vital, the raw material or the components which comes under vital category, you have to frequently review. You have to review again and again because these raw material components is very critical for the production process. The next is essential. Essential is basically, yeah, it is required. This is also required, but it is less than vital. It is less important than vital. You have to take care of this material also, but yes, there is some kind of substitute, or there is some kind of through maintenance we can control this type of raw material. So this is essential, but it is less than vital, less important than vital. So this particular material can be reviewed periodically. You have to review periodical, but it requires less attention than vital. And the next is desirable. Desirable is also important. Yes, it is there. If it is there, it is okay. If it is not, then production will not stop. So you have to keep the raw material, you have to keep the components, but it is not. It doesn't require so much of attention. You have to keep the material on the basis of EOQ or on the basis of your requirement. So this is on this particular method is basically on the criticality of the production function, VED. The next is golf analysis. Golf analysis is basically here G stands for government supply, O for ordinarily available, L for local availability, and F for foreign source. Sometimes the production process requires raw material components which is from government supply. So it is difficult for some time because the procedure to procure from government, it is a lengthy process. So you have to be careful about that. We should give the purchase order, or we should purchase the material on the right time so that it can reach your production process as per the requirement. O ordinarily available. So if the material is ordinarily available, you can purchase from anywhere, then there is no much attention is required. In the local availability, it means it is available in local also. In your local market, you can procure that material. So there is no special attention required for these type of material. And F for foreign source. Foreign source is one of the critical source because the lead time lead time for purchasing the raw material and bringing any components or spare parts from any other country, it is a lengthy process, and sometime it requires 2 to 3 months after giving the orders. So you have to be very sure about that particular raw material which comes from foreign sources. You have to take much attention, you have to take care, you have to give the special attention to these items immediately. So this is all about golf analysis. So these are the four inventory method which we discussed in this particular video. And yes, in the previous video I discussed about the ABC analysis. So once again we'll review that particular all the analysis, and basically you have to focus on which basis these are being used and what are the what type of attention is required for each type of or each category of material. So ABC analysis is basically on the basis of annual usage consumption. FSN is on the basis of fast moving, slow moving, and or we can say the frequency of usage. HML analysis is basically on the on the basis of per unit cost, and VD on the basis of criticality of the production function, and golf analysis is on the basis of the source of supply. So all these five method is very important technique for inventory control. I hope you will.
So we have seen that in the video presentation, what we discussed in the previous slides, and he was explained the same thing with his views. And apart from that, what we discussed, he was spoke extra two important analysis also in the name of HML and the golf analysis. Next, I would like to continue and talk on that one of the important chapter, which is going to be defining the last chapter. This is an output of the production department after they are taking certain efforts, establishment of plant, checking of the products, using the best quality of materials. Finally, they will be manufacturing the product. And this chapter will be talking that after you manufacture the product, you need to sell to the customer with the different qualities. Of course, nowadays what companies are doing is quality will be same and the quantity is going to be changed. Best example we are saying nowadays the beverage industry, 250 ml, 600 ml, 1 liter, 1.2, 2.25. So quality is same, but quantity is going to be different. So in this chapter, we'll be talking that the complete output of the previous 4 chapters. Now this chapter, we are talking on that quality management. So what is this quality management and why we should talk about by the quality? But unfortunately, what happened? We don't have a clear-cut definition on that quality. As a layman, as our regular usage basis, many people they were defined, they were confirmed about this is going to be called quality of according to the certain people. This is the quality of the another category of the people. So according to the our perception, our satisfaction basis, we are saying like this is the quality of the product. Now in this slide you can able to find out quality. Quality is a perceptual, conditional, and somewhat subject to attributes or involved. All these things are will be understand how you are thinking about the product. Being a consumer, you will have certain taste and preferences. If the product met your standards, you will be saying like this product is a qualitative one. Sometimes it may not reach your requirements. Simply you will say like this product is utter rubbish. This is not at all satisfied my requirements. Some people what they will think like anyway I spend only 20 rupees or 25 rupees. According to 25 rupees, this product is a worth. This is the perception of the somebody. Somebody may think like, okay, I bought these products for the sake of use and throw. Because of by buying this product, my need was fulfilled. So this is best for me. So according to your perception, according to your requirement, you are saying like this is quality of the product. Now quality we are going to be compared with the multiple aspects. Now in this slide we can see what are the dimensions or various shades are having in the point of the quality. According to these 7 points, you may touch any one component which is going to be required for you to fulfillment of your regular needs. First point which is going to be deal and talking on that the performance. Being a consumer, what I feel that I want to buy a product, but the product performance should be good. Then only I will be say like this product is really good. I bought this laptop certain some time back, and till now the performance was the day one how it was performed. After completion of the 10 years also it was performed with the same capacity. So by based on the performance, I'm saying like the laptop is a qualitative one. So this is a perception of the one person was defined about quality. Somebody may think like the second point, futures. I don't want the product should be used for such a long duration. I need the product should have a multiple futures. Whether which is going to having the access of HDMI cable, LAN cable, USBs, VGA cable. So what kind of other features are having? Do you have CD drive facility, Bluetooth? Now people will be saying multiple features are required on the existing product. Now based on this, they will be saying like the product is really worthy. Product is really good. So I'm conveying that the product is really a qualitative one. Third one, reliability. Now, by seeing the trust, if I want to buy a gold, I saw that Tanishka jewelry is really good, corporate gold they are selling. Somebody are saying like, why should we go for Tanishka? We'll go for some other uh, showroom where they are also offering by good gold, 24 carats with KDM. By seeing the term of KDM, I'm going to have a trust on that this is a good gold. Or I would like to buy certain agriculture products like curd or milk or some sort of vegetables I'm going to buy. So in the back side of the product or somewhere they mentioned like this product was standardized one. They had got approval from AGMAR, ISO, or something else. Now, by saying this, what I will feel like this product is really a reliable product. That is why they got these many certifications, applications, which is really helpful for me. So, definitely, I will be having a strong trust on that this product is really a good one. Fourth one, which is going to be talking on that, the conformance. So what is this conformance? So after usage of the product, or somebody was saying like, I'm highly satisfied by using of these products. I have seen that the rating of the product out of 5, 4 or 4.5. So which is going to give that the product is really good feedback of the multiple users. And I will also start to use and I will confirm that yes, this product is really good one. The product configurations, conformance, performances is really good, which is also to be like a one of the important certification or inputs for updation of the product. Next, durability. So how long will be having the durability of after buying up this product? I can use for after I bought this product for certain duration like 25 years, 30 years. Even till the date, your parents will say like, I bought this refrigerator, I bought this TV at the time of my marriage. 20 years back, 25 years back, I bought this one. Till the date without any repair, which is working 100% capacity. So the durability of the product is, which is really good, which is satisfying all the needs of mine. So the durability of the product also one of the important component where we can able to define that this is a good quality product. Next, last but one, we can talk on that serviceability. So here I will say like how long I have used the product, that is secondary for me. But how you have fulfilled all my needs. Whenever I required services, whenever any emergency or required or needy time, when I'm start to use about by the product without any hurdles, without any problems, that this was fulfilled all my requirements. I can able to say very confidently this product can be fulfilled by all your needy services. So by satisfaction of the services, you can able to say like, I'm really happy to have about this product. This product is really good in the point of services. All your requirement will be fulfilled. And the last one is perceived quality. So what is your perception about on your quality? So if in case I'm unable to cover whatever your needs, requirement, durability, reliability, and those points according to your perception, somebody may say like price. Price only will be determining factor for me to say like this is a quality aspects or a quality one. So according to the person, we are going to say like this is a quality of the product. Now, next one, which is going to be deal and talk on that circle and advantages, which is going to be talking on that quality aspects. So what kind of advantages will have by once you are understanding about quality of the product? First one, improved communication. Every time the companies are will be give that betterment, we are providing the best quality. So once the moment they are understanding about the best quality of product, or whenever they have updated their product with the help of certain features, immediately they will trying to convey to the public by an improved communication. Nowadays, very popularly we are seeing that advertisements. Even 50 paisa chocolate, if you want to buy, the communication or the message was given by Amitabh Bachchan. For that, they are spending 5 crores, 4 crores for convey the improved communication to you. So communication is one of the important aspects and advantage for the companies and as well as for you, because we are updating ourselves by seeing advertisement. Companies also will be getting the profits because of by giving the advertisement, people are having an awareness on that we are done certain improvements, certain changes in the products, which is going to fulfill for their needs. Of course, that is right, and we can able to do it. So improved communication is one of the important element advantage for the both the parties. Second one, management awarenesses of the employee job. Of course, this is a bit challenging task, but anyway, this is not a challenging one for the top level management if they are focusing about to know about by the each and every employee. How? Because we know that the departmental level meetings, whereas the top level executive may call the department level HODs and they may ask like how many staffs are there at your department, and they may ask that what is the job assigned for each and every employee, what is the role and responsibilities, and how they are performing. But top level management, very rare cases only will be monitoring like this, very close monitoring. Broadly, what they will do like updating about the company performance things only will be monitor, and they will be observing all the time by the external development, what are the radical changes are coming in the society, and relatively how I need to be developed, how I need to grow my company, and these are the things only they will be thinking by all the time. But anyway, whenever they have the time, it's the best for them to know about each and every employee their job and role, so that they will be able to understand where is the misuse and where is the underutilization of the resources can be noticed by the management. Third one, personal growth and development. Whereas Abdul Kalam also said very clearly 60 percentage you please work for the company and 40 percentage you please focusing on your personal growth, because the personal growth is going to be an important part where the employees are working at the workstation or different jobs, different designations. For getting their salary they need to be work for the company. At the same time they need to spend time for their personal growth also. While you are working at the organization, you must be know that what kind of facilities are provided by the company for your personality development, individual development, and those things also will be closely monitoring in the concept of the quality. As you know very well about the government institutions, once you joined in the organization, you will be having the prohibition period like 1 or 2 years. Once you are completed, you will become a permanent employee. So after you become a permanent employee, you will able to get all the facilities from your job related. If you want to go for further your career development, any courses, you can apply for 1 or 2 years leave. You can go and study and you can come back. You can use your inputs and you can do such an experiments in your job. So personal growth and personal development also to be taken place at the organizational development. Full and full, you cannot able to expect the employees has to be work at the organization. They have the personal goal, they have the personal development. For that also we need to give space, room for the development. Fourth point, which is talking on that enhanced decision making skills. So in the point of enhanced decision making skills, being an employee, you must be know that what is the quality standards we are producing at the organization, and relatively will you have all the kind of requirements. Do you have all kind of professional development skills with you? So are you a well developed person to take efficient decisions for the development of your organization or not? So we must be know we have to create an artificial situation for the employees, or we need to give a real-time problem for the employee, and we need to be think about how you are going to take your decisions. Unfortunately, what happened because of this COVID, we are not discussing about the case studies much more. So before COVID, what happened in your question paper, case study is compulsory. So what we have done is we have spent at least 10 days of time about on the concept of the case study, and we will be having a discussion on that, the real-time problems. And the real-time problems, we are having a discussion, and in the discussion, we are going to be come up with different kinds of managerial decision aspects. If you are in the particular situation, how you will react, how you will take the action. So these kind of real-time aspects will be having. Of course, when you join the company also, they will be understanding what kind of quality of employee we have, whether they are strong enough in moral, ethically, and as well as in the decision making aspects will be monitored by the top level executives. Fifth point, which is going to be talking on that increased individual power. So increased individual powers means there is no scope of gymnism. They were talking about individually what kind of works you can able to do if I give any kind of freedom. Do you think to regenerating of any new powers or new products, can you do any kind of innovations? So what kind of best you will be doing, and that also we need to be observed. So that in the free time we need to be observing about how effectively you are utilizing your time elements or the time factor. Next, sixth one, improved motivation. So we need to improve the motivation. This is the quality standards we are producing, and this is the demand in the market, because demand in the market is a motivation factor for us. Once we received motivation from the market, and accordingly that we need to be improve our quality standards. If you are unable to improve your quality standards, then ultimately you are unable to sustain in the market. So according to the market requirement, you need to be improved. Example, you can able to find out by a car ambassador, Dynora television, LML, Bajaj scooters. They have not done any kind of innovations. The society was updating, quality standards are increasing, and much more requirements in the market, but they have not done any kind of changes. So ultimately, what it was happened, the products, the products was unable to sustain in the market, and finally, which was left from the companies from the market. Last one, opportunities for recognition of the individual improvement. So this is already we spoke in the point 3. We need to identify that employees and their performances, and relatively we need to improve their efficiency skills, and we need to be provide much more facilities to them, so that they will be think like this is my organization and I need to work for the company alone. In future they will be doing much more innovative things. So sometimes what will happen, many employees also, they were working at the company more than 20 years or 25 years, because they were 100% satisfied with the facilities or the scope what you are providing at the organization, and they found that there is a huge scope for the development of they themselves also. Now, quality related, I have a small AV, so we'll just have a look on that. After completion of this AV, I'm going to screen another video which is going to be talking on that Juran trilogy. So once complete these two videos, and that's all for the day, and will be continued that into the next class. So I'm going to share with you the two videos.
Hi there. In this short topic video, we're going to take a look at another common and popular concept in operations management called quality control. Now, quality control, of course, is an important part of the overall strategy of how a business manages its quality. The key thing to remember is there are two main ways of doing this. One is the subject of this short video, quality control. This is about inspection, inspecting products and trying to take the defective products out. The alternative is a thing called quality assurance. Quality assurance isn't about inspection, it's about putting business processes in place that assure the quality of output. In other words, it tries to build quality in and doesn't rely on inspection to take defects out. So quality control, quality assurance sound similar, but they are quite different. Quality control is based on inspection. Quality assurance is based on trying to build quality into the business processes. Quality control can be defined as the process of inspecting products or output to ensure that the output meets the required quality standards. So there's the key word, inspecting. A quick overview of what we mean by quality control. Well, firstly, it's a very traditional and still popular way of trying to manage the level of product quality. And it involves this concept of inspecting, trying to check and look at output as it goes through the production process. The main objective of quality control is to detect defective output rather than allowing it to go out and reach the customer. And of course, it's not always possible to check all the output, so normally this requires some kind of sampling. You take a representative sample of the output to see whether it met the quality standards. Having spotted some substandard output, you remove it and it simply doesn't get to the customer. But of course, what you're really trying to do is to see whether the results of the quality control checking suggest a broader issue with quality in the business. With too much sampling, too much detection, too much inspection, of course, quality control can soon become quite an expensive or costly process. Three main points in the operation when inspection is carried out. Firstly, when the inputs into the production process are received, for example, you might check the quality of the raw materials as they're received. Let's imagine a restaurant here. You check the quality of the ingredients that are received in the restaurant, in the kitchen each day. You might just do it on a sample basis, maybe every day, every other day, one day a month, but you're checking the inputs. Also, you check, you control and inspect as the products are going through the production process. So the chef may be doing some sampling on the stuff that his other team are producing just to see whether it meets the standard. And finally, you also check when products are finished before they get sent to customers. So again, in our case of a restaurant here, the chef may quickly check the final plate before it's sent out to the customer at the table. Now, of course, there are clearly some business benefits of using quality control, and that's the reason why it's so widely used. Perhaps the most important is it tries to make sure that substandard output, products or services that are not fit for what the customer needs and expectations are, it tries to stop them from reaching the customer. And therefore, an unhappy customer receiving a substandard product. Quality control, if the sampling is quite well organized, can be done with fairly minimal disruption to production. And also what you're trying to do is you're trying to apply that consistent standard. So you can raise the standard of what you believe to be acceptable. And if you raise the standard, it may mean that more products fail the quality control check. However, there are some issues with quality inspection. We've mentioned one of them already. It can be quite a costly process. And of course, if it's taking place mainly at the end of the production process, i.e. just before the finished good is sent out, that's potentially too late because you've invested a lot of time and cost in getting the product, the substandard product, to that stage of production. There's also a risk that the quality inspections are inconsistent. So one inspector's standards are different from another. And of course, the inspection is being done usually by inspectors rather than by employees themselves. So there may well be a lack of feedback from the quality inspection and sampling back to the production teams to say how they could improve. That's been an overview of quality control. In a separate video, we take a look at the alternative, which is called quality assurance.
Good grammar and spelling are important, but if you want to write essays that inspire, messages that forge brighter connections, and emails that get the job done, you need to think about more than just grammar and spelling. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is
Today we will discuss the Juran trilogy, a concept for quality improvement developed by Joseph Juran. At the end of this lesson, you're expected to understand and describe the three aspects of the Juran trilogy, mainly quality planning, quality control, and quality improvement. Joseph Juran was an American Romanian engineer who dedicated his life to quality management. He was also highly regarded by the Japanese. The Union of Japanese Scientists and Engineers invited Juran to Japan to teach them the principles of quality management as they rebuilt their economy, along with William Edwards Deming. Both of them received awards from the Japanese emperor. Juran founded the Juran Institute, which is today a leading quality management consultancy in the world. The Juran trilogy is a quality management concept meant to reduce the cost of poor quality by planning quality into the product and process. The process includes quality planning, quality improvement, and quality control. Quality planning. In the planning stage, it is critical to define your customers and their needs. Only by understanding your customers are you able to define the requirements for your products, processes, services, systems, and then develop it. Planning activities should be done with a multidisciplinary team, meaning people with key interests and knowledge. The product and process must have features to satisfy the needs of the customer. Quality improvement. In this stage, there are four different strategies. Repair. This is becoming reactive. Fix what's broken. Refinement. This is becoming proactive. Continually improve a process that isn't broken. It is like the continuous pursuit of perfection. Renovation. Be innovative and creative to improve quality. Improve products and processes through innovation and technological advancement. Reinvention. This is the most demanding approach. It is recreating something. It is starting over with a clean slate or from the very beginning. It may require discarding old ideas and making new ones. Quality control. This is the control phase wherein the organization must determine what to measure, what data is needed to know if the process is working. This is where goals are set for performance. It requires getting feedback by measuring actual performance and improving the performance of those that do not meet the goals. Statistical process control, or SPC, is applied using several tools like flow diagrams, fishbone diagrams, and control charts. Quality, according to Duran, is that a product meets customer needs. And quality also means all of the activities in a business is engaged to ensure that these needs are met. Duran's cycle ensures this kind of quality. His trilogy is the most important contribution to modern quality management.
Okay, guys, that's all for the day, and